Yo, what's good? What's good, everybody? How you guys doing today? This your boy, Coach Dante, in the building. How you guys doing? We back here with another episode of Above the Rim. Appreciate all this love and the support. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Key for holding it down for me this morning. Y'all know where I was. I was at my Houston Texans training camp. Had fun. I will be back there tomorrow. That is a 6 o'clock evening start. So other than that, shout out to y'all, man. How y'all doing? I got my host, man. Got my guy Dez. Got my cousin named Dez. I got a cousin named first cousin named Dez.
I'm back in full effect, man.
Oh yeah, you back in full effect. My cousin Dez. We got
yes, sir.
Desto in the building, and we got great friend Maria. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my boy Burn in the chat, Desto in the chat, man. Shout out to y'all, man. But let's get right into it, man. We got AD, man, getting paid, getting the money. Hey, he's spreading out some of that money, man, today. AD, man, Braun back on an $186 million deal. You know, he got paid today. There's your first cuz, man. First cuz. Give me your initial reaction to it.
So, you know, when I initially commented, I'm like, so he didn't get the deal yet. So I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I thought that he was going to hold off and wait a year so he could get more money. But I think this was strictly a security play. He always injured for one. So I didn't think he want to take the probability of getting hurt again this year, then they don't extend him.
Yep.
Now, do I think they should have extended him? No. I think they should have at least waited to see how he come out this year. I think this was strictly paying for a name. They paid for the name Anthony Davis. So after Kobe left and right before Bron got there, the Lakers sucked. They was irrelevant. And that's not like LA. So yeah. I think they paid for it. They don't know what Bron gonna do after this year. And they paid for, okay, Bron gone. We still get Anthony Davis. So people may still want to come pay for us. That's it. Other than that, street clothes.
Yep. Gotcha. Mario?
I'm happy that AD got the money he deserved. I think he definitely deserved that contract. He's the best player on the team. The Lakers go nowhere without him. So adding him back was huge.
Yeah.
I hope the fans can treat him right. Because they got a toxic fan base, very toxic fan base over there. And they won't realize it's weird. Because I feel like they're the type of fan base that don't realize what they got until it's gone. So they need to be grateful that AD wanted to sign it. So yeah.
I agree with that about the fan base too. They don't know what they got until it's gone. They be like, "Oh man, oh yeah, we missed him. He stayed." That's true.
So you chugging shots?
A little bit.
I do it as a shot to somebody. I gotta do it. I had to do it as a shot to somebody. I do it. I do it. But like I say, man, y'all touch it. So what? So from the Lakers, what it goes from him? You don't know when LeBron is gonna come back. You don't know if he's coming back or not, because he won't never tell you who's coming. If he's coming back, it's hard to judge LeBron when he's coming back. He spends all off season, not telling anybody when he's gonna come back, or not giving a team the heads up until he comes out and just immediately say it. I mean, is this team in it for one more run for a championship, or is this the line? Is this the end of the line right here? Even though with Anthony Davis extended.
I'll let you go first.
Yeah. All right, so let's see. Denver is right. Denver is going to be there. I think Denver is there. I think Denver is going to be there. Who else you can actually trust? Memphis can be good if Ja Morant plays on the court. If he plays on the court, of course, we got to see how they look on after his first 25 games. On his first 25 games, definitely we got to see how he's gonna look. Let's see. You got Sacramento. I may not think they will be good as they were last year. I think they still will make the playoffs. I think they still will be a 6th seed, but I don't see that team doing what they did last year. They kind of caught everybody off guard. Dallas could be good on offense. Could be straight on off. They're good on offense. They're gonna be lethal on offense. Problem is on the defensive side of the ball, but they will be legit on the offensive side of the ball. Other than that, I'm not trusting the Clippers. They can't stay healthy. I'm trusting them. They would never be healthy together. I can't do it. And a lot of this stuff will depend on what James Harden is going to end up to. A lot of that will depend on when he's going to end up at too, or him and Damian Lillard. Now, Damian Lillard did report, which we're going to get into that a little bit. He did report that he would come to training camp. He would come to training camp and practice. But he's gonna still want out. But other than that, you gotta go with the Lakers. You may gotta go.
I was just about to say that. Other than the Lakers, so the Lakers made it to the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, so you gotta give them a shot.
7th seed. So now, if you put them in the 2 seed of the West, now look at it. They playing the teams that the lower team. So, and the only problem last year was with the big man, Gordon and Jokic. So they just picked up Jackson Hayes, Cincinnati native. But, they just picked up Jackson Hayes. So, he's still in between contracts, still got some growing to do. They picked him up on the vet minimum, was a steal, really. But if he could come in and play some of that 5 role and get him that energy off the bench, that'd be great. But Anthony Davis gotta play the 5 more. He got to if they want to be successful. He was so scared last year, they put Rui on Jokic.
Do you think it's the problem? Do you think, he doesn't want to play the 5, though? He doesn't want to play the 5. He actually wants to play the 4. So do you think having Jackson Hayes coming in and some more of those bigger bodies coming in will keep him from playing the 5, though? He doesn't want to play it. He already admitted he don't want to play the 5 because he's getting – I feel like he's getting kind of beaten up a little bit by playing that position a little bit, his actual position as the 4, but – also, he provides a lot of mismatches playing the 5 too. He does provide a lot of mismatches playing the 5. But do you think that's why they brought in Jackson Hayes to prevent that from him playing the 5?
I think so. And he a lob threat too.
Yeah. Mario?
With Anthony Davis is weird because I feel like he thrives playing the 4. But he's not bad at playing the 5.
He's better playing the 4, yeah. I like that.
So it's a weird situation for the Lakers because I feel like they are a better team when AD playing the 5. But then again, they will also be just as good as a team if AD play his natural position. So I don't know. I mean, it's up to the coaching, really, with that. I don't know.
Yeah. So yes, indeed, we move on to the very next, and Des do a good job of making these topics too. He does a good job of making them up. Off season topics and stuff. He does a great job. So shout out to Des for doing that. So we're gonna go with thoughts. We're gonna go with thoughts on Dr. J. top 10 all time below
Oh my God.
list.
So
We go ahead, Biz. Go ahead, get
this
us.
was very interesting. So I thought that I wanted to discuss this because I just hate when old people be hating. But could you read the list?
All right, so the list you got Bill Russell, you got Wilt Chamberlain, Jerry West, you got Kareem, you got Magic, Karl Malone, you got MJ, you got Nate Tiny Archibald, you got Jerry West, of course, and you got Oscar Robertson in none particular order.
Now that was terrible. So I think there's old people bias. That's just like when they say I wanted us to give our top 10 too, but that's just like when they say basketball in the 80s was better, but that wasn't nothing but wrestling on concrete. I mean on hardwood.
Yeah.
Hold on. So here go. I want y'all to think about let me see what y'all think of what the people think about my top 10. I'm gonna say my top 10, then y'all can go from there with y'all.
Okay.
So, could be a little controversial because everybody's top 10 is different. So at 10, I got Larry Bird. 9, I got Steph Curry. 8, Wilt Chamberlain. 7, Kobe. 6, Bill Russell. 5, Shaq. 4, Magic. 3, Kareem. 2, MJ. And y'all know who my GOAT is. That's my GOAT.
Yeah, Michael Jordan. I don't got a problem with that. Shaq may be a little bit too high. Shaq.
Okay.
Is Tim Duncan? Is Tim Duncan in now?
Oh my God.
You can't forget about Tim. How you forget about Tim Duncan?
I forgot about the big fundamental. So if I throw Tim Duncan in, Larry Bird coming out.
So Larry Bird is up out of your top 10. All right.
Larry Bird coming out. I gotta put Steph in there.
Yeah.
Steph
I don't mind Steph. I don't mind Steph. I got an echo.
Steph
Somebody got me on the echo. I got an echo. All right, you good. I'm still got an echo. Hold on. I still got an echo. I can still hear myself. Yo. It's good now. It's good.
All right.
So Mari, what you think about that list?
I don't think it's bad. You know, he got Michael Jordan up there. That's really all you need. As long as he got MJ, he's great. you know, but one thing he did say, all his players, they retired. They done. They got to play no more. They still not in the league. So I think that's what we got to look at there.
I heard Dr. J say that. He said, so somebody was like, the interviewer, whoever interviewed him said, so no Steph Curry, he changed the game. He said Steph Curry hasn't been playing long enough. But LeBron been playing 20 years.
20
but
years.
He's not done.
Steph Curry still got some time though. He still got some time. He got a lot of time though. But
this is my argument.
Go ahead.
He got a lot of time, but his resume better than people that's on the list. On Dr. J list.
When he retires, I'm gonna say this. You can put him in. I don't have no problem with him being in the top 10. Like when the man retires, I actually got no problem with him being on the list. So my list is a little different.
Okay.
Michael Jordan, of course, LeBron James. You got to put him right there at number 2. I got Magic at 3, Kareem at 4, Wilt at 5, Kobe at 6, Bird at 7, Duncan at 8, Olajuwon at 9, and Shaq at 10.
I like that.
That's my
list.
Huh?
Can I say my list?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Get it. Put it out there.
Okay, so I got MJ and Bron. They want A1B. I got them want A1B. Kareem at 2, Magic at 3, Bill Russell at 4, Hakeem at 5, Tim Duncan at 6, Bird at 7, Kobe at 8, Curry at 9, and Shaq at 10.
Don't mind that. It's not bad. Not bad. Not bad. You probably got a little Olajuwon too high, but I love it as a fan though. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah, I love Olajuwon.
I love it as a fan. There's a lot of respect on that dude right there. A lot of respect on that dude, what he did for the game of basketball, especially, all the 2 championships he brought from our Houston Rockets to the city. Even though we ain't touched nothing else, they kind of dusty a little bit, but hey, I'm grateful for him. So
for sure.
So we got next year, we got the NBA season will be a success. Explain what will make the season exciting.
So next year will be a success if ? So what will make next year a successful season, in your opinion?
What will make next year is a successful season? Well, like I say, again, I actually want to see the Clippers healthy. If I can see them healthy, if I can actually see them healthy for one time, I think they will pose a scare for any team in the Western Conference. If I can see them healthy, I just want to see them healthy at one time. But of course, they're not going to be. They're not going to be seen it too many times. Whether or not when they show they can play in the playoffs, where they're great, but at the end of the day, again, they show time and time again they're never healthy. They're never going to be healthy together with him and Paul George. Then James Harden. It'll be interesting to see where he goes, where he ends up at. Is he going to stay with Philadelphia, or is he going to go to the Clippers, or is he going to go? And most important thing, Damian Lillard. Damian Lillard is the key to this thing. If he gets to Miami, can Damian Lillard end up out of there with a championship? Because everybody, been banking on him. He needs to go somewhere different. He needs to go to a championship winning caliber team. And if now he's going to have an opportunity to compete. So now it's going to be a lot of pressure on him. Whatever team he goes to, we're going to expect you to win, not lose. We're not going to expect you to get out the second round or get out the first round. We're going to expect you to win a champ. We're going to expect you to win a championship whatever team you probably going to go to, especially if it's Miami. People are going to be looking at that.
Now, I don't know if this would make the season successful, but I've been loving. I want to see. I thought I was going to see it this year. I want to see. I think it's going to put the icing on the cake for my boy. I want to see Boston versus LA in the NBA Finals while LeBron there. I think that's going to be epic. I want to see that.
Mario?
I think one thing that would make the NBA season successful, obviously, just everybody being healthy, playing, being on the court, so we can see the matchups that we really want to see. That we excited to see. Another thing I think that could make the NBA season successful is if my Grizzlies play on Christmas again. I would really love to see my team play on Christmas. We did it last year, and I believe we can get to do that again. So, yeah. That's what I think will make the NBA season.
You would chunk your Grizzlies up there. You're going to find a way to chunk them up in the topic. You're going to find a way to do that.
I like the Grizzlies.
I like them, though.
I like the Grizzlies, actually.
Hey, my dude from across the street play over there, man. Desmond Bain. My guy play on that damn team.
Yes,
so
sir.
I love that guy. That's my guy, bro. That's my guy, man. Me and him get a couple of brewskis, sit outside, talk about the game and everything. I got an echo. I got the echo. I got an echo. Yeah, so like I say, man, I still hear myself. Got that's my guy, man. That's my boy. So, like, I know the schedule hasn't came out though. What teams that you would like to see on Christmas Day though?
Good question.
What teams you would like to see on Christmas Day? Like, go at it on Christmas Day.
I want to see that Cleveland and Knicks game. I want to see that series again. I want to see that. They got to play on Christmas. They got to play. And I like the young boy, Monty Bates over there. I think he's going to be nice for them. I want to see Cleveland and the Knicks on Christmas. I want to see LeBron. I want to see LeBron in Denver.
Okay.
Then I want to see them Grizzlies. They got to show the Grizz. At this point, the Grizzlies is like a team you prepare for. You won't sit down for most teams and be like, all right, they playing tonight. The Grizzlies one of those teams now.
Yeah.
So I think you gotta show the Grizzlies on Christmas at this point. And you just got Marcus Smart. He they needed that pit in the locker room. Then you got you gotta show the Grizzlies on TV. It's almost mandatory.
Got you. Go ahead, Mario. Who you want to? What team? Two teams you would like to see fight against each other on Christmas?
It would have to be, besides my Grizzlies, it would have to be the Lakers in Denver. I want to see that again. Gotta see that.
Nice. I actually like that one. Lakers. You know what? Kings and Warriors. They went to a 7-game series. Kings and Warriors. I would love to see Kings and Warriors on Christmas. First round matchup, 7 went to 7 games. Want to see that matchup on Christmas. Kings Kings and Warriors. So I like to definitely see that. So definitely love to see that game play out on Christmas. I remember it used to be San Antonio Rockets used to play
Yeah.
Lakers, Cavaliers, Lakers, Thunder. Remember all that? I remember all that they used to play. So again, we're gonna get like so is James how if you could predict how long would James Harden be traded before the season start? Would he end the night? Would he start the season in the Sixers jersey if you had to predict, or is he going to be traded before the season?
On me? Okay. I think that he's going to stay with Philly this year, for the rest of the year. Literally, like for the rest of the year. I don't think nobody wants James Harden. I think the Clippers want him, but I think Philly not giving up James Harden without Paul George. I don't think they want nothing else on that team. They got a lot of wings, but I'm like, I don't think Philly like we want PG. If we don't want PG, y'all not getting hard. So I think he's gonna stay on Philly to start the year.
So he's stuck in Philly for the rest of the season.
I think so.
Gotcha. Mario?
I think he start the season in the Philly jersey. And I don't think I don't know. He
Gotcha.
could, I don't know.
Gotcha.
About him getting traded like mid-season, I don't know. But I do think, like I'm adamant, he starts the season in the Philly jersey.
All right, gotcha. So you had Dame will start the season in Portland. You got Dame. Oh, I missed the question. All right. Gotcha. All right, Dallas Mavericks went 5-11 once they got Kyrie and missed the playoffs and play in. Do you see them making the playoffs with the new additions and the newer pieces they got, Mario? I'm gonna start with you.
Most definitely. You know, you see the chemistry right now with Kyrie and Luka. I don't know if y'all pay attention to Kyrie like that. Kyrie, my favorite player. I feel like we're seeing a new side of Kyrie right now. And I think it's because of the organization that he is with. We see him, being more open. Like I said, the chemistry between him and Luka this offseason, I see it. And they're going to come in next season being the leaders. It's not just going to be Luka. It's going to be Luka and Kyrie in the Dallas Mavericks. And now you got Seth Curry back on the team. He's another shooter that they've added, even though that's not really that shouldn't be their main goal. But I think he'll definitely help. They got Grant, who will definitely help with the defense. I'm not confident on the big rookie that they got that's supposedly starting. I'm not big on him, but I trust the Dallas Mavericks. I trust them. And I think with a team, they got Kyrie as their second option. It's bright. So they definitely making the playoffs.
Okay, I
always find a way to put a Grizzlies or Mavs in there. You gotta always find a spot for that. I don't blame you. You that confident? And you that confident? My boy Mo, what's good, Mo? Go ahead, Des.
So they stress me out. You know that watching Dallas last year was like, what is the problem? So I know the problem was they let off Dorian Finney-Smith. They shouldn't have let him go. He was their best defender. I think the biggest problem with Dallas is guarding the rim. And with the bigs in the West, I know Luka gonna give you what he gonna give you, baby bird. I know Kyrie gonna be Uncle Drew, Kyrie, but get into okay. So Lakers guaranteed playoff spot. Warriors in there. Bucks. Oh,
Warriors not guaranteed. But okay.
I don't think Warriors guaranteed either. Lakers guaranteed. Hold on. I'll say Warriors guaranteed.
They're not guaranteed.
Who did they lose?
I don't think they lost nobody.
They
lost nobody like that. They didn't lose. They lost just Jordan Poole. That's probably their only big loss.
Oh, now I get why she said they not a guarantee on the simple fact you don't know how they gonna play with Chris Paul. They play two totally different styles. True. Chris Paul like to slow it down. Warriors get up and down, but I think they still good enough to make the playoffs. The Warriors missing the playoffs? Huh.
Mm.
So I say Lakers guaranteed, Warriors guaranteed, Kings.
I don't think they guarantee.
I don't think it's a
I would
guarantee.
say
They
they.
could make it.
I would say they take a step back, but I'll say they make it. I'll say they make it in the sixth spot. They compete more for the play-in this year.
Yeah,
This
okay.
year they kind of caught everybody off guard. I say they take a step back, and I don't think it's far fetched. They take a step back. I think
Memphis guarantee. I forgot
I
about your
think
Grizzlies.
Memphis
My bad. No
guaranteed. They're,
disrespect. Forgot
they're
about your
guaranteed.
Grizzlies.
They could be the set. They easily give if they can get past these 25 games, which I think they could, and to get Ja Morant back, I think they will be fine. I think they easily could be the second best team in the West.
I
Easily.
think so too. Denver. I think if they wouldn't have got Marcus Smart, it would have been trouble with them losing the other backup. I forgot his name. Jones.
Yeah.
Tyus Jones.
It would have been trouble. But I think Marcus Smart is like the ideal backup point guard for Ja. He like the ideal leader in the locker room. All right, but get to the question. So I do think actually the Mavericks are going to make the playoffs. Yes, I do think so actually, but I don't know what to expect from them. In the front office, Mark Cuban, I trust him so much that he's going to make it right. So I'm hearing trade talks about trying to go get Clint Capella, about them trying to go get another big. So right now, I'm a little nervous, but I don't think I will be by time the season comes because I think they're gonna figure it out. But
Yeah,
right now, I'm like, huh.
I think they definitely figured out. So again, so if you had to predict who the Mavericks will finish better than, where they will finish at, if you had to predict where they finish at, so because your first 6 seeds is the actual real playoffs, and you got your playing 8 through 10. So who would they finish in better than if they make the playoffs? What do they finish at? Who they finish over? Who you have them over?
OKC.
Good one.
That
I would say OKC. I would also say the Kings. I
that's
think
not far. It's not far fetched though. It's not far.
and the only reason I would say that is because didn't nobody know what to expect last year from Sacramento. But now we got a year to adjust, a year to know who the real stars are, a year to see what y'all ran all year. So the Kings may have a setback.
Yeah, that's why I said I think they will have a setback this year.
They'll finish over. I just had to think the Timberwolves. I feel like
Timberwolves fucking suck. They suck.
Yeah, they suck.
They suck.
I have so much faith in Ant though.
They Timberwolves not good. Yeah, you ain't.
Carry. I think Ant could carry.
Ant can carry, but I don't think it will be enough to carry the Minnesota Timberwolves because Karl Anthony Towns don't know how to play in the actual playoff picture. So I think they're gonna be competitive. I think they're gonna be around the play-in tournament. I think that's what the Minnesota Timberwolves is. They're just a playing team. They're nothing more. They are a playing team. To me, they're a playing team. That's it.
Rudy Gobert has to go.
They not good. It's like Minnesota is not good. They're not a good team. They're not a good team. They're not decent. They were a decent team. They can make a 6 seed. They're not decent either.
At least a 6.
At least a 6 seed if they were any type of good. Decent. They're not decent.
They have the players to be decent.
You're right about that. You're right about that. They have the players. They have the players to do it, but they don't. It's just not the progress.
Could it be coaching?
The coaching could be. The coaching could. Coaching could be. And I call them suck because they're supposed to be better. They're actually to be a better team, and they underperforming how they supposed to be. So of course I'm gonna call them garbage. I'm gonna call them suck. So you got the Mavericks making the playoffs. The Mavericks are gonna make the playoffs.
Yeah, Mavericks.
All right, got you on that one. Gotcha. So let's see what else we got here. So we got small game at the end show with truth or trash. For each question we answer, rather if it's truth or trash, explain. So again, we got question number 1, Damian Lillard. Start the season in Portland next year. Truth or trash?
I say that I would trash that on the simple fact I think Pat Riley is a godfather, and I think he's gonna do anything to get Damian Lillard. I think he opened up the books, but I think he opened up the books to Portland, basically saying get whatever you want. I don't think Miami have enough, so I think they're gonna need another team. But I think Pat Riley, like he gonna get it done. So I don't know. I think that I think he's gonna be moved before the season starts. So I'll trash it. I don't think he's gonna start on Portland.
Mario.
Can you repeat what the question is?
So you got truth. Is this the truth or is just trash? Will Damian Lillard start the season in Portland? Is it truth or trash?
I think trash. I think he'll be gone.
All right, bet. So the next question. This question had to be on that one, huh? You got Ben Simmons. Will he be a starter or opening night?
Trash. Ben Simmons won't have another contract after this one. And that's my hot take. Ben Simmons will not be in the NBA after this contract.
Go ahead, Mario.
Who's starting over him? Who over there? What point guard would they start over him?
In Brooklyn?
Yeah.
Anybody. Who is the point guard in Brooklyn? Is it LeVert? No, it's
Dinwiddie. It's Dinwiddie over there.
Dinwiddie, Spencer Dinwiddie, y'all.
Yeah, that's who.
He can play a two though, right?
He's a combo guard, but he's most likely play point guard. He's most likely the ball handler. Yeah, he's most likely.
I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I'm gonna go true. You know, I was speaking. I don't know what it is about Ben Simmons, but I just still got hope for this dude. Like
you still got hope for that man?
Yes, I still got hope. I was like huge. I love me some Ben Simmons. I still got hope for this dude. You know, he sat out the rest of the last season, couple of games of the season. Understandable. I think was he hurt or something, or did they just bench him until the end of the season?
I think they just bent. I think he was hurt or they just benched him. But I know Jacque Vaughn did come out in a recent interview and did say they didn't have no they didn't have no spot for him though. So he did play himself up out of the rotation at points. He did play himself up out of rotation. Now that also some truth in that one, but I can bank on if he hurt, but he also played himself up out of the rotation.
Facts. He never played point guard while he was in Brooklyn. He always played like the 5 or the 4. Or they had him in a dunker spot. But since he been there, they never listed him as a point guard. That's interesting. So that's why when you say who's the point guard, they don't want him playing point guard. They want him in the dunker spot. They don't want him handling the ball. Don't please.
I'm gonna go true. That's what.
I thought he was honestly, I thought before last year, like when last year started, Mario, I actually thought he would be good playing the 4. I thought he would actually be good playing the 4. But I believe he can rejuvenate his career playing the 4 because when him being on the ball is because it becomes more easy to guard that man. It becomes more easy to guard that man. They're gonna back up, they're gonna play him from going and stop him from going inside. But again, he hasn't even gotten better playing even the 4. I thought he would actually get better because he's a good defender. He's 6'10", and he still will find a way. And he also has the ability to play that point forward position that I thought that would help him out because he won't have to worry about running the point. But other than that, I thought he was gonna be something good. That man played me. That man played. My eyes played tricks on me. My eyes actually played tricks on me. And that man did that. The man decided not to show up. But yeah, he did play a spot out of rotation. So I got a wild card answer for you guys. If Ben Simmons doesn't show no progress this year, will he be up out of the league? Will this be the last shot for him?
Oh yeah, I think this is his last contract. I think it's over. That's my hot take. I think it's over. I think after this contract, he gonna be somewhere trying to invest into a big 3 team. Shout out Ice Cube. I don't know.
Go ahead, Mario. Is this Ben Simmons' last shot?
Oh yeah, I think it is. Yeah.
What Slay said, Mario need to be drunk. He said someone needs to check your blood. Yeah, that's crazy. Said. All I Marlon, what's good, man? How them Seattle Seahawks doing over there, Marlon? How them Seattle Seahawks doing over there? How you going? What's going on, my boy? Cool, man. I should have sworn I just saw you no more than 5 minutes ago. I should have just sworn I saw you cool a few minutes ago. All right, just taking a look at the comment sections. You said this is a big year. Yeah. In the chat, do y'all think? If y'all can answer this question, do y'all think this could be the last hoorah for Ben Simmons, Mr. Ben Simmons? I don't know his whole name, but I won't put it out there. But other than that, we gotta always talk about the Lakers. We gotta always talk about the Lakers, and they are always gonna find a way to be talked about. But other than that, number 3. Will Lakers will win a ring before LeBron James leaves? Truth or trash?
Maria?
Trash.
She trashed it ASAP.
Hey, Mo even said trash.
Oh, that was funny.
I don't see it. They not winning. I don't see it. And then LeBron want to play with his son, so ain't no telling if the Lakers be good, they wouldn't be no high draft pick, but it could be. I don't know, but I don't. I just as much as I want the success for AD to be the best player on the team, and the Lakers like to win, why he is the best player on the team. I just don't see it happening because it's other teams out there that's gonna be better than them, and LeBron only Asian. Yeah.
So I'm torn in between the two LaToya Luckett. So look, I don't know. My heart want to say truth because they could get it done this year, but that's trash. Really, I don't want to say trash because I think LeBron is my GOAT, but it gotta be trash. Just on the simple fact, I don't see it. Like the team. Don't get me wrong. The team got better this year. The team got better, but other teams in the West got better as well. And the Denver Nuggets lost 2 key pieces, I think, but you still got Jokic. And if you don't, and Jackson Hayes for the Lakers ain't stopping Jokic, and Bojan Bogdanovic for the Sacramento Kings ain't stopping him. And I don't know. So as hard as it's hurt for me to say it, I have to trash that, man. I'll trash it.
Hey Mo, what you said Jackson Hayes be doing? Running for a fitness test. Mo said that. Mo had me die. He said Jackson Hayes.
Hey man. Hey, Jackson Hayes from the city, man. I'm from Cincinnati. My boy Jackson Hayes from the city. I just seen him not too long ago, actually. That's funny, man.
That's not laughing at that. Mo had me cry.
That's hilarious.
He literally said Jackson Hayes after running a fitness test, after getting in shape, doing up and getting in shape.
That's funny.
That was great. He said he out there doing cardio.
Already.
Hey, Mo, you out of line. You out of line for that, man. That's my boy, Mo. That's my right here guy on the morning show. Make sure y'all tune in to the morning show Mondays through Friday. Y'all will see Mo up there with me.
Yes.
So we got AD will win Defensive Player of the Year. Is that some truth or trash?
Maria?
I think there could be some truth. I think I'd say that's true.
It could be truth in that.
He had a stellar performance on defense in the playoffs. He seemed to only want to stay consistent on one end of the court, and that's the defensive end. So I see it. Yeah, he could.
Well, at least you get a Lakers some goddamn credit. At least you get. Go ahead.
I want to call truth on that too. I think this is the year for him to get it. So I think this is the year. I think AD hear a lot of the critics and what people saying. He just got $62 million a year, and everybody calling him street club. I think this is the year for him to go grab it. If it ain't any year, this the year.
How many How many games you think he'll play? How many games you think he'll play? He played
enough to qualify. 65.
So you think he'll play 65? You think he'll play 65 games?
Yeah, I think a lot of guys gonna start just playing enough to qualify and just taking the rest off. So now I think the NBA just made it so okay, you got a mandatory play 65 games. All right, bet that's what I'm gonna play. That's cool. Like you ain't changed nothing. They're gonna rest the rest of the game.
So he played 60 games last year. So yours, Dez, is 65, right?
Yeah, I think he'll get 65.
Mario, how many games do you think he actually will play?
Right at 65.
Right at 65? I got you. So we got Memphis Grizzlies will be a top 4 team in the West next year, this coming year.
Truth.
Gotcha.
Truth.
They can finish high as second. Saying if everything break, it's gonna be all about that first 25 though. Without Ja Morant, it's gonna be all about how they start that first 25. If they can get past that with a winning record or 10 games above 500, they should be fine when they get them right back. They should be okay. Good to go when they get them actually right back. So that is a truth to that. So they is gonna finish top 4. So this is the last truth or trash question right here. So we got Paul George and Kawhi Leonard. Will they finish the season on the same team?
I'm going to say trash. And the only reason I say trash is because that crazy owner they got over there, he's so thirsty to win. And I think that Paul George will be traded by the deadline. Paul George. I don't think they're going to trade Kawhi because Kawhi kind of quirky, and I don't think they can get what they want for Kawhi, but I think Paul George will be gone by the deadline. That's my hot take.
Go ahead, Mario.
I think truth. I'm gonna go truth.
So this, go ahead, finish.
Because it's weird though, because Kawhi, don't he got like real bad knees and like it's incurable or some stuff like that. Even with him being like he is, I think Paul George and Westbrook gonna click. They still got that. Them two, they don't play together before. The Clippers, that is not a bad team.
That's true.
So I think Kawhi gonna play enough games. Paul George and Westbrook, they could take over. We could see a little reunion. So I don't think he'll be gone. I really don't think he will.
Do you give Kawhi 65 games too?
I give Kawhi like 50.
Okay.
50, 60, something like that. But,
okay.
Yeah.
That all right. That sounds reasonable. Like right there.
That's why I wonder if the Clippers was to get James Harden, how would that work with Brody and James Harden on the same team?
And this is why I want to get to too, though, and ask both of y'all. Like, so if they trade for James Harden, they just pay Russell Westbrook. Mm-hmm. Now, what do? Do they start them together? Do they start them actually together? Because I know
that not
combination, because you do got Kawhi Leonard and Paul George together on that lineup. I'm gonna say this: who comes off the bench if they do give James Harden? Who comes off the bench?
Russell have to come off the bench. Well, he already do though.
He was already starting when Kawhi Leonard and Paul George was in the lineup. The problem is when they got hurt, his game elevated. But do you think he goes on the bench and he will be happy without turmoil, without having a team turmoil? Do you think the Clippers can get away with him coming off the bench if they do trade for James Harden? Do you think he will be okay with coming off the bench? Or if you was Russell Westbrook, would you be okay coming off the bench, knowing how you finished last year? Would you be okay doing that?
Russell Westbrook really don't get no say. He got to come off the bench.
Yeah, he got it. And I think he wouldn't mind coming off the bench. I think he showed in LA that he can accept the role, but I think that just wasn't the team for him.
Yeah,
like, that wasn't the team for. In the Clippers, he was a whole different person. Like, he was a whole different player. Like, and Terrence Mann was starting point guard before he got there. Then he got there and started starting and just took their energy to a whole nother level. So I think that he wouldn't mind coming off the bench if it's for somebody he respect, and I think he respects James.
Yeah, that's what the Nuggets damn show did on them Lakers. They laid the SummerSlam on their behind too. what they should, they would show what they did. So it's an interesting question right here that I just found right here. So if Scottie Pippen played in today's NBA, would he be a top 5 player if he played in today's NBA?
Oh wow, that's a good question. And you know what's the crazy thing?
What?
No,
He wouldn't be a top. So
top
Go
5
ahead.
NBA players in the NBA right now. He not
like
better
right
than
now,
Giannis.
yo, would he be in the top 5?
He not better than Giannis.
Okay.
Who would be in the top 5?
Scottie
Like
Pippen.
Scottie Pippen, if he would play today, will he be a top 5 player in the NBA if he played today? If he actually played today?
Mm-mm.
I can't see it. He's not better than Giannis. He's not better than Jokic. He's not even better than Tatum. He's not better than and I don't even think Tatum was top 5, but he's not better than Tatum. He's not better than he ain't no top 5.
You're not even better than SGA, and SGA not top 5.
Yeah, SGA.
SGA not even top 10. You could argue he's not even top 15. But
And he's not better than SGA. Yeah, that's a good. I think today's it's just so much skill in today's game. Like much skill in today's game. Like,
but like if you had to pick a player that's in the 90s or in the 90s era that could play today, that you think can play in the game today, what player would you choose? What player would you choose that you know that can play today? That game will extend, or you just think nobody can in those eras can play today's game?
it'd be players like Hakeem, like Rasheed
I
Wallace.
said that he could play today. I said King could play today because he was that versatile. He was that
Rasheed
versatile.
Wallace.
Okay, he can play because he can shoot. All right.
Yeah, he could stretch the floor at that 4th spot. Of course, MJ could play today. I think
Yeah,
MJ wasn't a great shooter.
Yeah, of course.
He would have developed the jump shot. Who else could have played?
He would get to the foul line a lot too. He would get to the foul line a lot.
Yeah. Of course, AI. Who else? We can go further back. Who else could have played today? Magic Johnson.
Okay, I'll take that. His playmaking ability. Go ahead.
I'm taking my man Penny Hardaway.
Oh yeah.
I love him. That's a good pick.
Yeah.
Good pick. All right. Mo said Bird could play today because he could shoot. He could also play. He was also a 3-time All NBA defender, so he could play. I believe he could play today. He could play in this game today. So it's only select people that. So give me the players in today's NBA that could play in the 90s. That can play in the 90s. That you think that will be able to play in the 90s.
This is a tricky question because some of the 90s. See, this when you're talking about. Now I'm about to sound like an old guy. What rules are we playing under?
You playing under the same rule. You playing actually under the same rules.
Because back then they was really out there wrestling. So
they was laying. They was close.
That wasn't basketball. That wasn't basketball. So if we doing normal rules, Bron could play back then. KD can play back then. Curry probably would be unguardable back then. They wouldn't even shooting the 3. Yeah. You bring them. Hold on, but the thing is, everybody gonna say then you will be able to hand check. But if we playing in today's rules, Curry will be unguardable. He might average 60. But just because all those guys back then was like, But who else will play today? Who else could play today? It's a lot of players that I think that could have played back then. Just because everybody bigger, stronger. Today's game more finesse. Back then it was more strong, tough, power in the paint type game. Now it's more skill and finesse. So I think a lot of players could have played back then.
All right. So got an interesting for y'all. So build 18, 5 starters of starting 5s. Only use each row and once. Only use each row. So you got Kareem in the 80s. You got Michael Jordan in the 90s. You got Tim Duncan in the 2000s. LeBron in the 2010s. You got Giannis in the 20. You got Giannis in the 2020. Got Giannis 2020. You got Larry Bird. You got Larry Bird in the 80s. Michael Jordan in the 90s. I mean, not Hakeem in the 90s. You got Kobe in the 2000s. Curry in the 2010s. And you got Jokic. That's the second row. You got Jokic in the 2020s. All right, third row, you have Magic. You have Magic in the 80s, Carmelo 90s, Shaq in the 2000s, Kevin Durant 2010s, Luka in the 2020s. Fourth row, Isaiah. You got Isaiah in the 80s, David Robinson in the 90s. You have Kevin Garnett in the 2000s. You got Kawhi Leonard in 2010s. You got Joel Embiid in the 2020s in the last row. So you got to build a team using each row. You got to build a team using basically each row. So you got Julius Erving, 80s, John Stockton, 90s on the last row. This is Dwayne Wade in the 2000s. You got James Harden in the 2010s, and you got Jason Tatum in the 2020. So you got to use each row to build a team. Each row to build a team.
So I don't know where we starting, but Wade, my all-time favorite player. So whatever row he in, whatever era, I'm taking him at whatever position. So we're gonna start there.
Okay.
So we're gonna take Wade first. So I think my boy can't shoot, so the point guard gotta shoot. Or the point guard gotta be tall. Who the point guard? Who the point guards for the 90s?
So your point guard for the 90s, you got Isaiah Thomas as a point guard for the 90s. You got John Stockton, point guard for the 90s. Them the only two guards you got for the 90s. Them the only two actual guards. Point guard.
Give me IT. I like IT.
Okay, Isaiah Thomas one. Okay.
Dwayne Wade. Give me Mamba at the 3.
Okay.
At the 4, you said Tim Duncan.
Tim Duncan, yeah, Tim Duncan is
at the 4. Give me Tim Duncan.
All right.
At the 4, give me Duncan because he can shoot it, and at the 5, give me Joel Embiid.
All right.
Give me Joel Embiid.
Gotcha. All right. Mario, build your team. Build your team. What's your team?
Okay. Row A, row 1, whatever you go. We're gonna say who on row A? Who on row 1?
I got you. Let me go back to it. I got you. I got you. Let me go back to it right quick. I got you. Let me go back to it. All right, so you got the first row. You got Kareem in the 80s as a center. You got Michael Jordan as a shooting guard in the 90s. Tim Duncan as a center in the 2000s. You got LeBron in the 2010s. You got Giannis in the 2020s.
We'll go Duncan.
Duncan at the center or the power forward?
A power forward.
I got you.
Okay. The second row. I know the second row got Steph and who else?
Second row is Steph in the 2010s, and you got Jokic in the 2020s, Kobe in the 2000s. You got Olajuwon in the 90s, and you got Larry Bird in the 80s.
I'll go Steph.
Okay. Steph at guard.
Okay, what's row 3?
Row 3, you got Magic. You got Magic Johnson and Magic Johnson in the 80s. The 80s Magic Johnson. This is at its like his best player. That's his best. Carmelo in the 90s. You got Shaq in the 2000s, and you got Kevin Durant in 2010s. You got 2020 Luka. All of these guys at their best. At their best.
Give me KD.
All right, KD at 3. Gotcha.
Okay, row 4. I'm sorry, you gotta repeat all the names. Who's on row 4?
Okay, I got you. I'll help you out. I got you. Also, you got Isaiah Thomas in the 80s. Isaiah Thomas, this is at his best. Remember, this is at their best. You got David Robinson in the 90s. You got Kevin Garnett in the 2000s. This is at Kevin Garnett's best, where he was best in the 2000s, when he was really an all-star, Kevin Garnett. You got Kawhi Leonard in the 2010s, and you got Joel Embiid in the 2020s this year.
I'll say Robinson at the center.
At the center, okay, that's a good pick.
I like that.
Like it.
And then what's the 5th one?
You got Julius Erving in the 90s. You got John Stockton. You got Dwayne Wade in the 2000s. You got Harden in the 2010s, and you got Tatum in the 2020.
Okay, Harden.
You gonna take Harden at the point?
That's a fire five.
That's fine. I ain't gonna.
Five.
She got Curry. She got Harden.
Okay.
Robinson.
KD.
KD.
Come on.
Hey, we got two on standard. That's pretty all right. I like it.
I like
it. I love it. Love it. All right. So let me see who I want, because this list, I like this list right here. So all right, give me a true. I want to take John Stockton as my true. No matter of fact, I'm gonna go Magic as a true point guard. Magic 6'9" at point. Want him as my point. I'm going to take Michael Jordan at the 2. I'm gonna take Kobe at the 3. I'm going to go with Olajuwon at the 4, and I'm going to go with Kareem at the 5. Kareem actually at the 5. So ain't nobody coming. I bet you ain't nobody coming. I bet you ain't nobody coming in the paint up on that right there. Ain't nobody
the hook shot either.
Ain't nobody will get a chance to come in the paint up on that part right there. So let's see what else we got right here before we be coming on to the actual tail end of the show. All right, we coming on to the tail end of the show. So shout out to everybody that's able to make it. So we got Shaq. Shaq, what y'all think about Shaq list? What y'all think about Shaq making this all-time great list? What y'all think about Shaq kind of making this list side? And he kind of left LeBron James out. So this is Shaq list. This is Shaq kind of list right here. Steph Curry, Allen Iverson, Tim Duncan, Karl Malone. You have Isaiah Thomas. You have himself, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Julius Erving. You have Julius Erving on that list as well. And he left LeBron James and Curry off the list. What y'all think about Shaq's all-time? This is his all-time list.
Man, all I gotta say is opinions are like, the rest. Everybody got one, because that list, like, come on, man. Like, LeBron is nowhere near the. I don't want to keep on talking about, because the thing is, LeBron ain't even my favorite player is Wade. But come on, you just gotta. We gotta retire first. Like, I don't know, that's ridiculous. LeBron definitely should be over Dr. J.
Yep. Go ahead.
I think that's the thing. It's the fact that we caught up. Like LeBron, they were playing. So, a lot of people just not going to have him already in their top 10, especially a lot of these greats. I mean, I understand how they ranking them.
Yeah, I definitely do.
Like, everything is done. They no longer can pick up a basketball and play in the NBA. They done. So I understand, like, how they doing it. They're going off full body of work. You can't go off of LeBron full body of work. Ain't no telling what he could do in the next season.
That's true.
All right, gotcha. So we got Isaiah Thomas versus Chris Paul. Who you taking in this prime?
Mine.
He left off.
We're talking about.
Who you got?
Which Isaiah?
Like at his prime, like at his best.
Bad Boys IT.
Both at their best.
Boston.
They both at their best. Not Isaiah Thomas from Boston for the Detroit Pistons.
Okay. Come on. That's hard though. That's hard.
Yeah, they're actually at their best. Yeah, at their prime.
But I'm gonna go. I really like Chris Paul. Like Chris Paul, one of my favorite players. But I got Isaiah Thomas ranked higher than him on my point guards all time. So I'll probably have to go Isaiah. But I like Isaiah too a lot. So I'll go Isaiah Thomas. I'll go Isaiah.
Gotcha.
IT my answer too. IT for sure.
Yeah. Gotcha. So this is the last one before we end the show. So we got both at the age of 30, in case you forgot how good Larry Bird was. But who y'all choose? Larry Bird, LeBron James. Larry Bird averaged 28 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, 52% from the field. LeBron James, 25, 6 and 7 and 48% from the field. Pick one.
That's a great question. You said at the age of 30?
Yeah, at the age of 30.
At the age of 30, Bron was in Miami. No, he was in Cleveland.
Yeah, I think he was. Yeah.
He was in Cleveland. That's the second stint. That's the best Bron ever played. Give me Bron. That's the best Bron ever played in his life. That second stint in Cleveland.
All right. Go ahead, Mario.
I don't know. That's hard. That's hard for real, but I gotta go with Bron only because that's like, for me in my age, that's the greatest version I've ever seen of any NBA player. So I gotta go Bron.
Okay. I like it. Pretty nothing wrong with that. So yeah, we come to the conclusion of the show, man. Shout out to everybody for coming in today, rocking with us, man. My God, my cuz Des.
Yes, sir.
Got Mario down there at the bottom. Mario at the bottom, shooting a little shot at the Lakers right quick. Had to get a shot in. So hey, you already know I have to get my shot in too, since you want to get your shot in. Hey Mo, you remember that dude Cam Whitmore, Mo? Hey Mo, have you ever heard of Cam Whitmore? The one that the Lakers passed on, the one that won the Summer League MVP for the Rockets. You remember Cam Whitmore? He's our main Mo God, get him out of there. So then tell everybody where they can follow you at, man. Yeah, Mo said
y'all can follow me on Instagram at Courtside Takeover at Des Scruggs. Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Des Scruggs. Twitter, Courtside Takeover at Des Scruggs. Follow me, follow back, reach out. More content, hoop content, basketball content, reach out.
Gotcha. Mario, tell the people they can follow you at.
My TikTok is Maria_Knows_best. My YouTube is Maria Knows Best. My Twitter is Maria Knows Best. And my Instagram is Maria_is_y.
Gotcha. Y'all already know, no introduction for me. Y'all can find me everywhere, including over here. So if y'all looking for me early tomorrow, just let y'all know, y'all might find me early tomorrow. But if y'all looking for me in the evening, y'all won't find me, because you know what? I will be back at Texans training camp tomorrow. So y'all look for me later. Well, I won't be available. But I will actually be posting to let y'all keep y'all an update on how things going. But if y'all look for me early, y'all would definitely find me earlier. So other than that, as for Coach Dante, as for my first cousin Des,
yes sir,
friend Mario, y'all have a good rest of y'all night, man. Thank y'all so much.
You too, bro.